Trade issues are a major topic during talks between President Hu Jintao and his U.S. counterpart Barack Obama. And that's because the past few months have seen several trade disputes erupt between the two nations. Our reporter Dai Chen talks to several analysts about the cause of the disputes.
In September, the U.S. government imposed duties on tires imported from China. Beijing reported with a probe into unfair subsidies for imported U.S. chicken and auto products. A month later, the U.S. threw more gasoline on the fire with sanctions on Chinese steel pipes. China's Ministry of Commerce says the U.S. has initiated 10 dumping investigations against China so far this year. U.S. labor unions say Chinese exports have contributed to 40% of America's trade deficit since 2001. But the problem could be much more complicated than that.
The fundamental cause of the disputes is the difference in the economic structures of the two nations, which has resulted in China's big trade imbalance with the U.S. The U.S. is no longer competitive in textile manufacturing and other labor-intensive industries, but those are still China's advantage. And that won't change anytime soon.
Some say protectionist measures are to be expected when the economy goes into a slide. But many economists say they don't expect a full-scale trade war, as both countries depend so much on each other for economic growth.
If America would have a widespread landslide sanction, that would force this many industry, many business senior executives to go home to present their case, because Chinese export to America has a major portion of the nature that is the U.S. invested businesses manufacturing in China and then shipping to America. So U.S. business has reaped the bigger portion of the revenue generated inside China.
American officials have repeatedly called on China to allow the yuan to float freely, or at least to re-evaluate it to cut the trade deficit. But the Ministry of Commerce says the exchange rate has nothing to do with the imbalance. Dai Chen, ICS News.